Folks, I'm sure you must be knowing about this guy. This certain cake crusader goes by the name of... But have you heard about its creators? Batman is created by Bob Kane. Surprised? Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Batman is created by Bob Kane. Batman is created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger. Hey folks, welcome to a new and exciting episode of Geekdom Forecast. This is Ren, and before we start off with today's episode, I would like to say thank you so much for your support. It's been great so far. We have been able to dish out new content just for you guys, and if you are further interested, if you think we have it in us to give you some more exciting new content, do subscribe. Okay folks, you got it. Today I'll be talking about Batman. And ladies and gentlemen, Batman needs no introduction. He is one of the most recognizable cultural icons in this world. He has had a plethora of movies, so many character interpretations. He has been in comic books since, 1939. And it has been like over 75 years and so many rich characters. And right now in 2021 there is going to be a new Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson, and I'm just so excited for that. But for today's episode, I'm not going to be talking about Dark Knight's fictional history. I'll be talking about its creators, because we don't really know much about comic book creators other than Stan Lee. So today I'll be talking about Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Now, a little bit of a history lesson for you guys. In the year 1938, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster come up with this guy. That's right folks, Superman makes his debut in the year 1938 in Action Comics. He is very different from the Superman that we know of today. He was just a strong man. He didn't have any of his signature powers such as your heat vision, your X-ray vision, your super speed. Heck, he couldn't even fly. But National Allied Publications, now known as DC, saw the hit that Superman was and how it started the golden age of superheroes. So they asked Bob Kane to come up with someone who could give head-to-head competition with the Superman.
Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
Now Bob worked very late that night. He came up with a sketch which looked something like this. A far cry from the Dark Knight that we know, right? Now, he knew this would never work. He knew this Batman would just won't click. He knew he wanted a creature of the night. So he called Bill Finger. So in comes Bill Finger in Bob Kane's apartment, and then Bob tells him that, hey, I'm working on something like this. I want this guy to look like a creature of the night. Would you please help me? Bill looks at the drawing and he's like, okay, this severely lacks any kind of darkness. He does not look like the creature of the night. So he was like, okay, if we really want this guy to strike fear in the hearts of criminals, why not actually make him look like a bat?
What the hell is that? Can't exactly look right now, kid. Up there! Freaking weird! You gonna tell me or only?
So, and he did make him look like a creature of the night. Out goes the domino mask, in comes the cowl and the flowing cape. Out goes the red tights, and in comes the signature grey tights so that he can blend into the night. And of course, the signature insignia. And thus, Batman was born. And just for reference, this is Bob's drawing. And this is Bill Finger's drawing. Now, you need to understand Superman and Batman in the late 1930s, Now, Superman debuted in Action Comics and he was all bright and strong and he was just in your face. But Batman needed to be, stealthy. So that's why he wanted a creature of the night. He wanted someone who didn't have powers. So Finger and Kane, they worked together and in comes this pop cultural icon which is gonna shape generations. Next day, Bob Kane walks into his office, shows the final piece to the editor, and he's impressed. And finally, they come up with a deal, and Bob Kane states that he's going to take sole credit for the character. To this day, no one has ever seen this deal. Batman debuts in Detective Comics issue number 27 in 1939, and he's a huge hit. And Bob Kane is seen as the sole creator of Batman. And Bob Kane and Bill Finger, they work very closely and they create the entire Batman universe. And I would say the writer was Bill Finger, and he came up with all these characters: the Riddler, Two-Face, Catwoman, Alfred, Robin, the Boy Wonder, and he even named Gotham City. He created the Batmobile and he created the Batcave, Wayne Manor. He even created the first two panels, the iconic panel where, Bruce, an 8-year-old boy, he witnesses his parents' death, and that is such an iconic scene. I mean, it's everywhere. In every piece you see, every movie, every animated series, every animated movie, that iconic scene of his parents being gunned down, it was all Bill. In fact, the term creature of the night, the Dark Knight, and no one knows him, and that he's a mysterious figure, it's all Bill Finger. So Batman has become a worldwide phenomena. The comics are selling like hot pancakes, and Bob Kane has acquired a celebrity status. In 1960s, you had the Batman TV series starting Adam West as Batman and Burt Ward as Robin. And at the same time, years later in 1989, you had Batmania kick off with Michael Keaton's Batman, which was directed by Tim Burton, and it also had its sequel going by the name of Batman Returns. And all this while, like I said, Bob Kane developed a celebrity status. He employed a lot of ghostwriters for new Batman content, and at the same time, Bill Finger remained virtually unrecognizable. His only credit was in the 1960s Batman TV show for the episode The Clock King's Crazy Crimes. So guys, I now want to talk about this documentary called Batman and Bill, which basically is one heck of a beautiful documentary. It's informative, it hits you in the head actually, and basically it documents the journey of this one person called Mark Taylor Nobleman and his passionate attempt at finally giving Bill Finger his due credit. So Mark is finally able to locate Bill Finger's granddaughter, Athena Finger, and in the end we all have a last hurrah, and it culminates in this beautiful, beautiful end where we see the Finger family on the red carpet going for the premiere of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and we finally see this. Justice is finally served to the man who was perennially in the shadows. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much if you have watched till the very end. The reason why we have chosen to delve deep in this subject matter is because a lot of the co-creators / creators of these such popular characters remain unrecognized, or sometimes they have a very, very, very tragic end. And if you do like what we are doing, hit us a like and do give us a subscribe. This is Ren, signing off.